Typically, an Assyrian wedding consists of 3 parts: the bride leaving her house, the ceremony, and the reception. This video is all about part 1, the palatachalo. Literal translation, bringing out the bride. Walking into the bride's house, you'll most likely see her taking pictures with family and her bridesmaids. Hear some aunties singing some folk songs. You'll also see family members dancing outside to the Dawulo Zorna. He's breaking it down. The custom is that the groom's side of the family goes to the bride's house before the ceremony, and at the door they do some old school negotiation. Back in the day, they would negotiate with a couple goats and chickens. We dropped that tradition a while ago. It's done more so now as an ode to the tradition and in a comedic light. Here you can hear us gassing up the brother of the bride. We only giving her away if the price is right. And so they hold the door just like that and ask for money. We go back and forth a little bit, give the groom's side of the family a hard time and empty their pockets. It's a family affair. Once the robbery is over, the bride is ready to be taken out of her parents' house. At this point, everyone's feet hurt, and while the bride is on her way to the church, we hobble over to our cars to do the same. Part 2, the buracha. Literal translation, the blessing. After the bride has taken adorable pictures with her flower girls and her bridesmaids, and we've taken her out of the house, the party continues at the church. The groom and his groomsmen are already waiting inside. This is probably my favorite part of our weddings because the groom can hear the Dawulo Zorna. He hears the hype. It's at this moment that he knows his bride has arrived. And I've always wanted to see the groom's POV during this point because, like, are they freaking out? Are they excited? Let's talk about the groom for a second. Freeze frame. Those are not pins left behind by the alterations lady. It's customary to pin the back of a groom's suit in the sign of a cross. Get ready for blessings everywhere. Another freeze frame, close up on that crown. During the ceremony, they crown the bride and the groom, and they pin these beautiful klile or ribbons on the bride and the groom. Now, the crowns belong to the church, but the klile are expected to be worn by the bride and the groom for the rest of the evening. Similar to an American wedding, the bride is walked down the aisle by her father, and we are secretly praying that people don't start clapping. Did someone say another blessing? Peep the basket of sweets on the first step of the altar. I'm not sure when this tradition began, but the groom's mother brings a basket of sweets and places them down on the first step of the altar. Now, according to our church rules, technically, if you are not ordained by the church, you cannot step on those steps. But can you place things on them? I don't know. Someone let us know if this is legal or not. But I'm not gonna be the one to tell a groom mother. I wanna keep my life. After the ceremony, the bride and groom are congratulated by family and friends. They take some cute pictures and videos, and they are celebrated out of the church for the first time as Mr. and Mrs. Notice the women are holding yalachiate or bedazzled handkerchiefs, while the men are holding opale or canes. Let's freeze frame real quick. Peep the flying chocolate. It's customary to throw chocolates or candy at the bride and groom for good luck. The issue is that most of our beautiful aunties are built like linebackers and they have really strong arms, so they can't help but to chuck them at the bride and groom. Look at it, poor guy. Oftentimes you'll see the bride and groom plan some cute shit like throwing doves in the air or popping a bottle of champagne. Here you see they've got 2 beautiful white doves. This guy right here is directing the car. We always got to have a director in the scene. He's directing and dancing. Look at that. And boom, they go. Doves and chocolates, blessings on blessings. Everyone's feet numb at this point. Part 3, the chlula, aka the reception. The moment everyone has been waiting for, where the aunties get drunk and the uncles get wasted, and if you're lucky, you get to see a fight break out. This is the lion's den, people, especially for the single ladies and gentlemen out there. This is where you will be told Naqsha Illach or you are next about 500 times. If you're like me, you'll make a game out of it and take a shot for every time you hear it. What you're seeing here is the mawarta, or the bringing in of the bridal party. The bridesmaids and the groomsmen come in dancing. Before this happens, the bride's side of the family and the groom's side of the family stand at the door and welcome the guests in. If you're not Middle Eastern, you make it there on time. If you are, you're most likely late. I guarantee that half of these people just got there. The wedding invite said that the reception starts at 8 o'clock, but everybody shows up at 9. The wedding guests are enthusiastically welcoming in the bridal party and the bride and groom, and the women are holding bedazzled handkerchiefs that they are all poking each other's eyeballs out with. This lady at the bottom left, as you can see, came to kill. All right, she is not playing no game. She got that saber tooth embellishment in her yalachta. Y'all better watch out. You will also see the occasional entanglement. Whoop, there it is. It's all good. She's probably going to stand there for a couple of minutes working on untangling it. And I know we're all wondering what Lady in the Pink said. Best man and maid of honor come in with the swag, and then finally the bride and groom make their grand entrance. Oh, they got them fancy sparklers. They got some zephe going on. You see those guys in the back. and the crowd goes wild. You got some family members throwing in the money. Throw it up, throw it up. And they dance their way over to cut the cake. We do a little line dancing. Oh, look at me. Prayer before our 10 p.m. dinner is served, and good luck getting everybody to quiet down for the Lord. Speeches that no one ever quiets down for. And one of my personal favorite moments of the night, the awkward camera recording you while you're eating your dinner. I guess it's nice. You can capture everybody that came to your wedding and also peep who came and didn't leave you a gift. Ooh, that's me again. Mother-son dance, father-daughter dance, and of course the bride and groom's first dance. This is where all the single women are experiencing a solid 5 seconds of depression and walking over to the bar to forget about it. OG uncle in the cut. They used to do this a lot in the 90s. My mom had a whole vest of dollar bills, y'all. Throw it up, throw it up. Can't forget the little kids that run on the dance floor to pick up the loot. Y'all, these girls weren't playing, bro. They came for the bag. Plenty of more where that came from. For the rest of the night, everybody's dancing, having a good time. How cute are they? Right here, I'm dancing one of my favorite dances, Asiatama, with my dad. Of course, the night ends with the final dance, Gobare. And we'll be doing this all over again about 28 times this year.